Another day in the life of watching movies. So, let's see what's on here, shall we? Ooh, what is this? The Star Wars Holiday Special. Oh yeah, I heard about this. I believe it was like a special made for television around Christmas time in 1978. Yeah, one after A New Hope. Well, I love A New Hope, guys. So yeah, I wonder what this special's going to be like. Luke, don't watch it. Don't you dare say a single word, or I'm going to chase you out of here. Holiday Special is bad. Lost him. He got away. But, oh well. Enough of my future self. Let's go on with the movie, shall we? There is only two words I can use to describe this special.
Not impressed.
Yeah, I was not impressed by this at all. Oh my god. This holiday special was absolute garbage. And now, I'm going to trash talk it. So yeah. Now, just so you know, guys, this is my personal opinion, okay? So, if you guys like a holiday special of Star Wars, that's totally fine. But please respect my opinion just like I respect yours. Okay, so, where do I begin with this trash talk of one of the most abominable Star Wars things ever, alongside the god-awful sequel trilogy by Disney? Where do I begin? I tell you what, let's try and get through the good stuff first, okay? And I honestly don't know what to say, but I'm going to try, okay? I guess that the original characters were great as always in this movie. You know, they weren't mistreated, or thankfully, they weren't killed off. Thank God for that. They started like their original selves. Like, for example, Luke. He wasn't acting like a hermit that was lazy. Thank God for that. Han and Leia were still on good terms, but yeah. And 3PO and R2, you know, good as always, interacting, but... And another thing as well, guys, probably the one most watchable aspect of this garbage would have to be Boba Fett. You know, Boba Fett was probably the only watchable thing besides the original characters. And to be honest, guys, I wish that the animation was the entire special. It wasn't live action. But on to bad stuff. Oh my god, right? I don't know where to start, but I'm going to try. Okay. Probably the number one worst thing about this abomination of a Star Wars project is that it is so boring. Like, yeah, I am not kidding, right? It is so boring, right? Because, you know, we're about 10 minutes into a special and it feels like it's been going on for hours because of how boring it is. And they were so lazy with it because, you know, the majority of the special is Chewbacca's family. And I had no clue what on earth was going on because they didn't show any subtitles for their growls they were making at all. So I had no idea what we were talking about or what was happening in the story. All it was rah, 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 and that's it. The only thing I could understand was when we got to see the original characters interacting with them. So yeah, this was absolutely stupid. Like, oh my god, it was absolutely boring. Like, I don't know what the directors and writers were thinking when they made this. I honestly don't know what they were thinking. But I do know that George Lucas really hates this, and he says that if he had a copy in front of him, he'd destroy it with a sledgehammer. And I can't really blame him because I'd do the same as well, because this is an abomination. Just like the sequels. Okay, anything else about this that's terrible? Alright. There is also another thing that I really hate. I will say that even though I did enjoy the original characters in this movie, you know, Luke, Leia, Han, C-3PO, R2 and Chewie, I really hated how they were all wasted. They had such little screen time in this, it was ridiculous. Like, for example, Luke, Leia, and 3PO and R2, they only appear in like around 2 live action scenes, and that's it. And of course, the animation. Like, what a waste. And also Darth Vader. Darth Vader wasn't properly in the special, you know, because he only appears in 1 live action scene, you know, where he says, I want the rebels located and identified, if it means searching every household in the system. And that's it for the live action, because we don't see him again until the animation. And as a fun fact, guys, you know, that wasn't even brand new footage. That's how lazy they were, because that scene was actually taken directly from a deleted scene in A New Hope. And it's also stupid because the establishing shot of that scene, you know, shows that Darth Vader is on a Star Destroyer with the Imperial officer. Yet, when you look at the corridor, you can tell they're on the Death Star. Yeah, really stupid, isn't it? And speaking of, you know, these establishing shots, pretty much all of the space battles you can see, and like, you know, spaceships moving, is taken directly from A New Hope. They did not bother using brand new footage in this special at all. They were so lazy. Like, oh my god. What an absolute disgrace. And also, with regards to you know, Luke, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I loved Mark Hamill once again as Luke. You know, he was still playing my childhood hero. Thankfully, he wasn't like I was in the sequels. But, honest to God, right? When I looked at him, I thought he looked absolutely horrible because he had an excessive amount of makeup and it was so distracting. And I don't get, you know, why they had to, you know, make him so yellow. He looked like a Simpson. Now, guys, I am aware, of course, that Mark Hamill had a car accident which disfigured his face, which is why they had to put him in makeup. But what I'm wondering is, you know, why did they make him take part in this when he had a car accident? They should have let him recover. That is stupid. Like, because health comes first. They should have let Mark Hamill recover from his car accident. And, like, with regards to makeup, surely they could have used better makeup than what they had in the special. Because, like I said, he looks so yellow. He looked like a Simpson. Like, he literally looked like a live-action version of how he appeared in The Simpsons when Mark Hamill guest starred on it as himself. Like, oh my god, it was painful to look at. Ugh. It was just gross. And, you know, and another thing that also really disturbed me was that singer that interacts with, you know, I think it's Chewbacca's father. I have no idea which one it was because it was so hard to understand who was who. I can't even remember the names of Chewbacca's family or who was who. Honestly, it's ridiculous. But yeah, Chewbacca's father, you know, watches this singer. And the way she interacts with him was, you know, so disturbing. And I can't say what they were doing because, you know, it's very offensive towards children because my channel is family friendly. But yeah. Oh god. If you want to know the details, just go watch it because the special is actually on YouTube, guys. That's how I was able to watch it. Like, oh god. But yeah, so please don't ask me, you know, about that singer because it's very disturbing and I'm not going to say it on a channel that's aimed at children, okay? Okay, now, what is next? Alright. Another thing that I also... Now, I'm going to say as well that, you know, with regards to, you know, the animation, that it was the most watchable part of the special, and like I said, I wish it was the entire special, entirely animated, but don't even get me started on the character designs. Like, oh my god, it was so cringy. Like, for example, Han Solo looks absolutely disgusting, an absolute abomination. Like, he literally looked like someone had stretched his head like that. And also, why did he have his eyes shut, you know, like this most of the time? Like, seriously, what on earth was that? Like, he looked disgusting. And also, C-3PO as well didn't look very nice either, really. And R2-D2 wiggled. What? He's an astromech droid. He's not organic or, like, stretchy. He's a droid. Like, what on earth? Just absolutely ridiculous. And now with regards to the voice acting, I could easily tell that Harrison Ford did not care about this because when he said his lines as Han Solo in the recording for the animation, he sounded so bland. I'm telling you, he didn't sound like he cared at all. And not to mention Anthony Daniels, to be honest, when I saw, you know, him as 3PO in his animation, I was disappointed because he also sounded bland. Like, for example, like, is it me or did he sound calm throughout the entire special and didn't appear to show any emotion? For example, when Luke's, I think it's his Y-Wing, I think is being open fired on by the Millennium Falcon, instead of 3PO saying, "Master Luke, he's opening fire on us," he instead goes, "Master Luke, he's opening fire on us." Or something like that. I can't remember the entire line because I've honestly forgotten most about this special. And then when they've crashed in that weird red liquid that looked like, you know, jelly, rather than show concern for his master by going, "Master Luke, are you alright?" he instead goes, "Master Luke, are you alright?" Yeah. lots of concern that is. Oh my god. Absolutely disgusting. Like, in all honesty, guys, in my opinion, the only actors in the animation that look like they're actually trying to do well as their characters was Mark Hamill as Luke, Carrie Fisher, may she rest in peace, as Leia, James Earl Jones as Darth Vader, and of course Dom Franks as Boba Fett. For those you don't know, Dom Franks is actually Kree Summer's dad. You know Luminara Unduli from the 2003 Clone Wars? Yeah, it's her dad. Yeah. And I do believe he also returned as Boba in the Star Wars Droid show, I think, which is not really surprising because that show is made by the same people who made the Holiday Special in terms of animation, so yeah. You know, the animated part. So yeah. But this is absolutely terrible, guys, and you know, when this special ended, you know, I was like, oh, thank God for that. It was so boring. Like, God. I wasted about 90 minutes of my life, guys, watching this because it was a complete waste of time. Like, you know, just like the sequels are. I mean, it ends with Carrie Fisher singing, you know, a song, and I'm not going to lie, guys, she does have a good singing voice, yes. It was nice to listen to, but still. That was overshadowed by the terrible stuff in this. So, yeah. Like, oh, God. But you know what, guys? I'm done ranting about this, you know. If you wonder why I give it out of 10, like I said, because they did not kill off the original characters or mistreat them like the sequels have done, and because Boba Fett made it watchable in the animation, and also because of Carrie Fisher's good singing voice and the costumes for the characters, you know, like the Wookiees, I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. Which is more than what I give the sequels, because if you don't know, my sequel rankings have changed. I now give The Force Awakens, as I call it, 4 out of 10. I give The Fall of Skywalker 3 out of 10, and I give The Lazy Jedi 2 out of 10. So, yeah. But, yeah, this is, you know, so close to being just as bad as them, really. But, you know, because of the good things I mentioned, yeah. But anyway, I'm done now, guys. So, yeah. So guys, this is me doing my trash talk rant review of a Star Wars Holiday Special for 978, so you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to leave in the comments what you guys thought of the Holiday Special if you've seen it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it as well. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe for more videos coming in the future, and may the Force be with you always.